50 is a great age to change. I'll let you know why in this video. How's it going, reinventors? My name is Amelia Sims. This is Reinventing You, the channel where you can be inspired to take your own reinventing journey so that you can live a life of joy, fulfillment, and purpose. I post twice a week, and I would love to hear from you. In the comments below, let me know what you think. Is 50 a great age for you, or was it a great age for you to make some significant changes in your own life? Why is 50 a great age to make major changes? I don't know if you've ever thought about that. If you're not yet 50, maybe you're considering something. If you're past the age of 50, you're thinking, well, I'm past that age. What can I do? It is simply a great time to change. There are certain times in our life. There are certain times in the week. There are certain times in the day and the year that is great for making changes or trying new things. And since reinventing is all about making changes and trying new things, then this is a place where you can find out why that is. I made some major changes after I turned 50. One of the things that I did was go to a suicide prevention workshop and learn how when you are in your 50s, a lot of times your threat of committing suicide goes up because it's a time where you sort of are evaluating your life, and maybe things that aren't dreams you had or aspirations you had haven't come true or haven't been fulfilled, or you're feeling a sense of unfulfillment, you're unhappy, you have lost your purpose. All of those things kind of combine to make this a time of maybe introspection, but also doubt. And so one of the things that's very helpful when people reach this age is to do these major evaluations, and if they need to make some changes. And that's where reinventing comes in, and that's where reinventing came in for me. Not only did I turn 50, but also my mother passed away and some other things happened in my life. And I realized that I need to make some major changes. And if you want to know more about the 5 reasons why I made those changes, you can check out my very first video up here. I'm a former pastor. I retired early after 20 years. And one of the things that I learned in the pastorate is when you're going to start something new, a new Bible study, a new program, a new sermon series, there are certain times of the year which are really good for that. And of course, New Year's, that's one everybody thinks about. And that is a great time, but it's not really the best time. I remember in the church, the best time for starting new things was actually in the fall. So right now, while I'm making this video, it is fall. Fall is just starting. This is a great time to make a major change, because I know when I was in the church, I don't know, something about going back to school, this time of year, people really resonate with making changes. So if you're thinking about making some change in your life, this would be a great time if it is fall for you. Another time can be a change of season, like beginning summer or beginning the spring. Other times for making great changes, if you're thinking, okay, I want to make a change, but it's Friday. Friday is not a good time. Let's try Monday. Monday's a great time for making changes, setting new goals and trying to reach them. If you're reaching a birthday, a milestone, that is a great time also to make some changes. And all of these things are helpful for you. Now, I read a book called When, but what it said was there are certain times of the year, the week, the month, that are really helpful to make major changes, like the first of the month. That's a great time to make a major change. And there are some times that are not really good in making major changes. Like I mentioned, Fridays. And, you know, the end of the month is not a particular good time to make a change. If you're going to make a change, grab that time, because it's just going to help you in implementing the changes that you want to make, whether the changes are in your relationship, whether in your career, whether they're in your health, whether there's something else going on that you want to make changes or set new goals or try new things or reinvent yourself. Try to time them in times of your life. And you may know, for you, it might be spring break is a great time for you to make changes. You know how a lot of people will clean out their house or their attic during spring. Well, maybe that's time for some other kind of cleaning. Whatever it is, you know yourself. You know some of the times when you've done your best work or made your best changes or made a new start, and that would be a great time for you as well to reinvent yourself. In the comments below, I would like you to put down there, this is a great time for me to reinvent myself. And then tell me what time of the year or the day or the week or the month is a great time to reinvent or make some major changes in your life. So why is 50 a really good time to make major changes? A lot of people have what's called a midlife crisis around this time. It is simply, it's this huge milestone. Sure, 30 was a big deal, 40 was a big deal, but 50 is a major big deal for a lot of people. I think part of it is you're sort of mid-century. If assuming you're going to live, say 100, and there's not a whole lot of people who do, but some people do live 100, then you have been alive longer than you're going to be alive. So it's sort of like this mortality idea, I think, that really people kind of hook on. They just like, okay, I've done this in my life, but I'm not where I want to be, and I don't have as many years now as I've had in the past to work on whatever the goal is or whatever my dream is. So that's why 50 is a big deal. And I think our society also makes that into a big deal. It's, 50 years of marriage. That's, ooh, wow, how did you do that? Or 50 years working for a company. Does anybody work for a company for 50 years? I guess it is possible. Or if a company is 50 years old, we tend to do that 50 increments. Like a church might be celebrating a big anniversary, and it's usually 50, 100, 150 are the big ones. And so when we reach 50 in our terms of age, it's a time to reevaluate, it's a time to do assessment, and it's also a great time to make some major changes. Like I said, that's what I did. It's simply one of those ages. It's the age to make changes. If you were older than 50, you're like, oh, I'm giving up the time. 60 could be a great age for you. Retirement age, whether it's 62, 65, 67, that is also a time where you can make major changes. And what I'm saying is it doesn't mean you can't make any major changes any other time in your life. But I think that when you reach these particular ages, things come together. Sometimes they stick better. You're more motivated because the age issue is sort of out there. And I think it really helps kind of give you a little push into reinventing yourself. I want you to live a life of joy, fulfillment, and purpose. And whether you start reinventing yourself at age 50, 62, or 15, if you are doing it on a Monday or Wednesday, if it is the beginning of fall or in the middle of spring, I want you to be successful. So stay tuned to this channel of videos. If you have not, please subscribe. You will get a notification if you click on the bell, and that will let you know when I post my videos. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Have a great one. If you want to find out more about having a new life at age 50, check out this video. If you want to just know more about reinventing, then check out this video up here and my lovely faces here for you to subscribe.